18 Pokemon have been released so far, and it's time to talk about them. Hey everyone, this is Verdilit here, and today I'll be going over the Pokemon that for Sun and Moon and sort of review them or talk about them and share my opinion on them. This is obviously, since I'm sharing my opinion, it's opinion based, so I guess if you don't like my opinion or disagree with me, just write in the comments what you think. So yeah, let's go. First of all, we have the 3 starters: Rowlet, Litten, Popplio. In terms of Rowlet, I think Rowlet is pretty cool. I kind of dislike the brown on it. I'm not a big fan, but at the same time, I think it's a cool starter, grass starter. It's kind of funny. It had turned into a meme with its head turning thing. Yeah, there's nothing more to say about it. I think it looks cool. It's the most popular of the 3, I think. And then we have Litten. This is my choice of starter. It looks I have Black Cat right now. It's trying to jump on my hand, and yeah, I have to choose Litten for it. And I'm gonna name her Luna, same as my cat's name. So yeah, I think Litten is awesome. I'm hoping it would evolve into this giant, muscular tiger, and it would be fire ground, so I can smack Heatran with an earthquake. I really hate Heatran. So yeah, I hope this thing evolves into fire ground. Fast fire ground, please. Nothing slower than base 100. And then we have Popplio. At first I really hated this thing. It reminded me of Oshawott, the kind of thing that will turn into just a forgettable water type. No one will ever remember it. But if this thing gets a fairy as a secondary typing, it will be okay. It'll be a good Pokemon. And if you look at all the starters, there is a shared theme between them, or it's not confirmed, but it's kind of confirmed. I don't know. It looks like a circus theme. Rowlet seems to be the magician, or maybe the introductory guy. Litten seems to be the the tiger/lion that jumps through fire hoops. That's pretty cool. And Popplio is obviously the clown. Overall, I really like them, honestly. They're not bad starters whatsoever. My favorite are Generation 1, followed by Generation 2, and then Generation 3, I guess. And then these guys. These guys are better than 4 and 5 in terms of starters. So yeah, let's go to the next 2 Pokemon, which were leaked through Korokoro and then announced officially. We have Rockruff. The rock dog. I think it's pretty cool. At first I was like, what does this thing want? I thought it was a normal type, but I discovered that there was a rock type, which is pretty cool, because a dog rock, that sounds awesome, because we don't want another Stoutland or whatever. And I hope this thing evolves into a sleek dog instead of something chubby or big or gigantic. I hope it turns into like a sleek fast dog, base 105, base 110. I want to see fast rock types. It's very hard to see fast rock types. That would be super cool. And then we have Komala. Komala is just, to me, so meh. I mean, don't get me wrong. This thing has the potential to evolve into something powerful. Look at the wood block it's holding. There's a potential Conkeldurr right there. But for now, it's sleepy, it's passive, it's a normal type. It's probably a waste of slot, but I hope not. And then we have Pikipek. Pikipek looks super awesome. I think it gets Bullet Seed, or the description hinted that it gets Bullet Seed, which is... yeah, it said Pikipek will attack distant opponent by zipping seeds at them. That's definitely a hint to Bullet Seed. But you never know, Pokemon, they always do weird things. Regardless, I'm hoping this thing turns into a very prominent, good flying type that can smack rock types with Bullet Seed and whatnot. That would be cool, but we already have Chinchino, which is a normal type or partial normal type, and it has Bullet Seed and Skill Link. This thing has Skill Link as well, and Chinchino is not very good. It's okay, but it's not the best. So I hope this thing does not end up being a Chinchino clone. I mean, the access to Brave Bird makes it a bit better than Chinchino, if it gets Brave Bird, which I think it will. And now moving to Yungoos. Yungoos is super awesome. I like its design, I like its teeth. It has a cool ability, but I think it's gonna be wasted on this thing since normal types are always weak. I hope this thing gets a secondary typing, something like ground. Ooh, that would be super awesome. This thing, the ability is Stake Out, which means if you switch out and switch into something, if you switch out, the Pokemon coming in will receive double the damage from the hit. That's actually pretty powerful. but depending on its stats, it may be it's gonna end up being like what do you call that dark dog? I always forget names on my recordings. Anyways, this thing may have like base 90 attack and do nothing with its hits, or maybe it will be powerful. And then we'll move into what I think is probably the best bug trio of all time. I mean, that's not a big challenge because most bug trios are terrible, but no offense to anyone's taste, of course. But yeah, first of all we have Grubbin. Grubbin looks like a plug. Nothing unique there because it's a bit unique in terms of looks, but yeah, you can see. And then it gets its Kakuna around it, and it turns into Charjabug. Charjabug, pretty cool. Its ability is called Battery, which boosts the special attack of its partner. That's actually pretty cool. I could see, if it's really bulky, I could see it being used in VGC maybe. I mean, I don't play VGC, but I know people put Eviolite on Pokemon that didn't evolve and go for stuff like that move that baits them to be attacked. So I guess that would be cool if Charjabug does the same. And yeah, and then we have Vikavolt. Vikavolt is super awesome. It reminds me of the old generation designs, just simple, barely any colors. I mean, we have the black, the blue, and the yellow, and there's the tiny orange there. But yeah, these are the designs. I mean, this is the color. I think it looks super awesome. Unfortunately, I think they announced the ability, which is Levitate. Everyone was hoping for No Guard, Mega Horn, and Zap Cannon, but unfortunately it has Levitate. I don't know what would this thing get from Levitate. I mean, you could switch into ground moves, but if it's fast, that could be awesome. And this Pokemon may be fast with knockoff and whatever. And I mean, we have two of the fastest Pokemon of all time that are bug. We have what do you call it? Excelgar, and then we have Mega Beedrill. And electric types are usually over base 100. They're pretty damn fast, or at least a lot of them. And this thing, electric and bug, it's probably gonna be super fast. I'm hoping it would be super fast, something like base, I don't want it to be too fast, something like base 150, but then have like a 60 attack or something. I want it to be balanced. I want base 115 speed, which outspeed Latios and all that good shit, but at the same time a good attack, something like 110. That would be pretty damn good. And what else do we have? We have, ooh, this cool thing. We have Darumpa, which is which is Dragon Grandpa. Dragon Grandpa here is pretty gigantic. It's actually 9'10", which I can't even calculate. I don't know why Americans use feet to measure things. I mean, their feet. Why measure heights? The different heights. Anyways, so yeah, you have the ability Berserk or Sap Sipper. Berserk boosts the special attack when its HP is less than 50%, so that's actually pretty good because it's normal in Dragon, which means it's gonna be hit by super effective a lot because normal does not cover anything that Dragon is weak to, and Dragon does not cover anything that normal is weak to. So it's gonna have a lot of super effectives and then retaliate to a strong move. And I think it's gonna be a competitive viable because honestly it looks slow and it has many weaknesses, but depending on the stats it could be pretty good. There's also something worthy to talk about, which is a lot of people say this could be the evolution of what do you call that guy? Dunsparce, yes, because the yellow in the eyebrows, same the yellow, the blue greenish thing is the same, and the semi wings. This thing is also normal dragon and not dragon normal. I'm not sure, I haven't checked, but usually dragon is a prominent type that goes first before the normal. But this, I mean, before any other type, like Dragon Steel, but I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But this one is normal dragon, so it could have evolved from a pure normal type, which, yeah, I think it could be an evolution to Dunsparce. I hate Dunsparce, I hope this is not the evolution of Dunsparce because it would ruin it for me, but at the same time, I guess if this is the evolution of Dunsparce, that means we're getting evolutions again, and I hope to God that I can see evolution to Hitmonchan and evolution to other Pokemon that need an evolution. Also, this is like a random thing, but I really want to make a Frostlass. So, okay, let's go to Brixish, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm just gonna call it Brexit. Let's go, so here's Brexit with his provoking face. I love the color palette, and I mean, It looks so Hawaii rainbowy, I guess. It looks like an ice cream from Baskin Robbins. I love that. And its ability is awesome. It has a secondary ability of Strong Down. No one is gonna use that, I think. It looks like a special attacker. But it also has Dazzling. Dazzling, what does that do? It cancels priority. This ability is insane. I've been wanting that for a long time. Now, let's look at both VGC and singles. In VGC, congratulations, you just blocked one of the most common moves from what I see, which is Fake Out. And in singles, Brave Bird, it's nothing. Choice Band and Talonflame, it's gonna struggle against you. It can't Brave Bird. You're gonna just cancel the Brave Bird. Okay, then let's talk about something else. What about Bisharp? You gonna get Sucker Punched? Nope, I'm not affected by Sucker Punch. This is awesome. I just hope it has good stats. I hope it has like a high special attack. Let's say something like Gengar and Alakazam, or at least if it has an evolution, it should be. A lot of people saying this thing would turn into something like Milotic or Gyarados, you know, the ugly thing that turns into a good thing. But I don't think so, because this is not as ugly as the other ones. The other ones were obviously weak and ugly. One of them could only splash. This thing looks like it knows what it wants to do. And if it has an evolution, it's gonna be something similar to its design and more badass. A lot of people say it's ugly. I think it's a brave, awesome new thing design, and I really like it. I mean, if you swim in the Hawaiian oceans, you expect to see colorful stuff, not something that is purely one color. We have Cutiefly. There's nothing to talk about this thing. It's gonna be in some route. You're gonna see it, pass by it, forget it was ever there. But its evolution could be something awesome. I don't know. It could be something competitively good. I mean, Fairy is always good. Fairy and Bug, what does that do? You still can't touch Steel. That's nothing new. You can't touch Steel. And then we have Togedemaru, which is so weird that this is the English name. It sounds very Japanese. But yeah, we have Togedemaru. And this thing is the Pikachu clone. It's one of the better Pikachu clones. Not that I like any of them. I think they all shouldn't exist at all. I mean, come on. It's just Pikachu clone. Pikachu did it perfectly. No one wants more Pikachu. As a matter of fact, no one wants to see more of Pikachu itself. I mean, we've been seeing it for 10 billion seasons with Ash. And then we have Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko. This thing is one of the best announced in my opinion. I'm hoping just it's not too powerful and it ruins competitive, but it's Electric Fairy. I have no idea where did this thing get Fairy. It looks electric fighting to me. It reminds me a bit of Scrafty, and at the same time it has those jumps. It's like it's ready to pack a punch. But its ability is something awesome, way beyond the awesomeness of this Pokemon itself. Because that means a lot of Pokemon could get this ability as well. And I really love it. It's called Electric Surge, which lays out an electric field on the ground. It's kind of like Weather Day, but it puts electric terrain. There's a move in X and Y, if you didn't know, called Electric Terrain, Grassy Terrain, and something else. Fairy Terrain. It's not called Fairy Terrain, but it has something to do with fairy types. So this thing only affects Pokemon on the ground, meaning Levitate and Flying types are not affected. But it boosts electric attacks and by 50%, and you can't be put to sleep. So VGC people, congratulations. You are not going to face spam Dark Void Smeargle anymore. Unless this thing is... I don't think this thing is classified with Suicune, Articuno, and all these guys, because these guys can be used in VGC and competitive. But if it's classified with Mew, Darkrai, and the rest of the guys, it cannot be used with the VGC, even with the new rules, I think. I'm not sure. And then we move into easily my favorite Pokemon of the announced. We have Solgaleo. Now, Solgaleo is a lion. A true lion. We've been waiting for a lion. Arcanine's not a lion, it's a dog. And then we have Pyroar, which looks honestly like it's stole awake and put it on itself. I mean, I love Pyroar. It's a cool Pokemon, but it does not really look like a lion a lot. This thing is just a badass lion. For some reason, it's not fire. But it's Psychic Steel, and everyone knows about it. I'm hoping this thing is weak enough so that Smogon would allow it into OU. I would literally put this thing on every single team I have. It's so badass, and I guess you already know which version I'm choosing Sun or Moon. And then we have Lunala. Yes, we have Lunala, which is also a cool design. I would have chosen this legendary over any legendary. I would have chosen it over Zygarde, Yveltal. Xerneas and Yveltal. I would have chosen it over Palkia and Dialga. I would have chosen it over all these guys. Maybe not Reshiram. But against Solgaleo, it was just unfortunate for this guy. And then we have this thing that I disliked, Magearnia. I'm gonna count migraines. We have migraines here, and this thing. At first, I didn't like its design. It looked like kind of the steel clone of Diancie. It's just this princess with a semi-dress, and it's fairy, and it's made of something rigid or something solid. It just looks eh. But when I saw it in competitive, when it's opening its arms and whatever, it honestly looks a lot cooler than the picture. So yeah, this will wrap up every single Pokemon that have been announced so far. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe. When the new Pokemon games are announced, I'm going to do some competitive battles and kick some ass. And yeah, that's it. See you guys next time.